A few weeks ago, I woke up to the fact that I've been using the wrong loudspeaker always. We started doing band rehearsals because we had a show, and we have had like a half a year break for not playing as a band. And for all that time, I've been just playing at home and using my BluGuitar BluBox speaker emulator with my amplifier, and I've really gotten used to that sound. It's the sound that you always hear in my recordings and everywhere when I'm, playing. That cabinet sound. And there's certain, maybe 2 presets that I really like. And anyway, at band rehearsals, I felt that the sound that I'm getting is not quite what I want. It sounded wrong, and I started thinking about what can I do with that, and I realized that the speakers that are modeled for the my favorite presets on this BluGuitar thing are not vintage 30s, and I realized that this G12T-75 could be the sound that that matches better my own idea of the sound, the one that I'm kind of always after, no matter what gear I'm using. So I now found 2 of these. These just came in, and I'm going to put one to one of these Hughes & Gardner 1x12 cabinet boxes, and see if they sound more like I'd prefer them to sound. The speaker kind of shapes the final EQ curve quite a lot, and the vintage 30s just don't have the kind of curve that I want to hear. So soon I will find out if this will take me closer to the ideal tone that I have in my head, that I'm obsessed with. Now I'm going to open up this box number 1, and let's see how it looks inside. This is no rocket science. Replacing a speaker should be pretty easy. Never done it. But there's no soldering involved. 12-inch element is going to be replaced by 12-inch element, and I've made sure that the last ones, the originals, have 16 ohms, and the new ones also have 16 ohms, so there should not be any trouble. The time has come to check out how the new speakers sound. But first, here we have vintage 30, and here that's the G12T-75. So first let's listen how this sounds again before we hook up this. To capture this, I'm not doing any close miking. Instead, I have microphone over here in the very center of these both amps, and hopefully that'll give us some kind of reference sounds, at least of the differences of these two. This is it. I can already tell that the sound is different. I really like the sound that I'm getting here. The speaker really sounds the way I was hoping them to sound. It's very different from vintage 30s. There's way much more bass. Mids are more scooped, but the most crucial thing that you can't fix with the amplifier is especially the upper mids. They are really voiced differently, and that's exactly the way I like them here. Both speakers are of course fine. If you like the vintage 30 sound, then you should go with that. For some reason I've always kind of not felt exactly at home with that speaker. For example, when I've been recording, miking the cabinets previously, I was always trying to place the microphones so I would get more the kind of sound that I'm now getting directly. I've always had a massive amount of EQ to set the curve in post-production, and even sometimes when playing live I've had a 10-band EQ in the effects loop of the amplifier to set the sound more to my taste. But now the tone right from the speaker is really the thing that I'm after. Of course I need to test this out in real life, in band rehearsals, in gigs and different places, but it's sounding really promising. And what was cool, I just did a second A/B test, compared the cabinet sound with the BluGuitar preset emulation sound that I've been using a lot, my favorite preset, and they sound incredibly similar. And I have now the tone in the cabinet that I only have gotten from the studio speakers so far. So knowing that you just heard the room microphone capturing these cabinets. I will play you once more the riff, but this time you will hear just the BluGuitar box sound, and you just have to, well, believe it or not, but the sound that I'm hearing here from the cabinet is very similar to this sound. Of course, if you're listening this sound from your iPhone speaker or your laptop speaker, well, good luck. But if you're listening with good headphones or good monitors, you get some idea of the sound of the speaker. I think this is the best representation of the sound. Here's the riff once more. I should still have pretty much the same settings. Hope you enjoyed watching this video, and maybe if you're not currently happy with your guitar tone, maybe it's not about you having the wrong amplifier, or that you need to buy a new overdrive pedal or change the pickups on your guitar, or maybe even your cabinet is not wrong. Maybe you just have the wrong speakers. The speakers shape your tone a great deal, and for some reason, at least I have sort of totally forgotten how important element the speaker is. And I made this video to share the joy. Now you also know how to change the speakers inside your cabinet if you need to do that. Thanks for watching, and see you later. Subscribe if you want to see me later, and take care.